morning. I'll be with you in a second. Looks like we're going to have a first bar negative. We are buying the FTSE here. Just bear with me 1 second. Big push up in the DAX. I think there's been a recent, there was we had some bugs in the current software, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a new edition. I haven't downloaded the newest edition yet. So there we are. The DAX. When we were down here, I said I think we're going to see all-time highs again. I didn't think it was going to go this quick. But here we are. All-time highs in the DAX. FTSE, not so lucky yet. But it's working on it. Just bear with me, please. Thank you. FTSE closed at 8531, so somewhat of a gap up. DAX closed at 352, so så gap op. A few days ago, I wrote a message about people reaching out to me for reasons that goes much beyond trading. While I'm sitting here waiting for school run, perhaps you'll allow me to read something for you. Hi sir, I started my first live account with $80 and I was in a gold swing position and it reached $250. I started those gold trades only risking $5 with a 0.01 lot size. I didn't close it thinking it will go up. Maybe my greed, I thought as fundamentals are strong, gold will go up, and it was bigger than my dad's monthly salary in my country. And I started my live account after 1.5 years of learning. I only traded gold by myself and indices if you trade them. Now my account is sitting at $20. In my country, the banks doesn't allow to top up trading accounts. Last time I did it was with the help of my friend. I personally believed even if you start with a small amount, you can grow your account, but now I'm very less confident. When I traded demo and backtest, I made $80 accounts to 1,000. In our country, I believe that learning to earn dollars is the only way to survive. Any advices for me? Am I not suitable for this? I'm the eldest daughter of my family, and I feel very responsible. I work in healthcare, now during my unpaid internship. Is this a bad time to trade as I'm not doing well financially? I get messages like this every day. Every day. In some form or another. And that's what I was trying to tell you on a few days ago when I posted the message, which is more like, so some people reach out to you for mental health reasons. Some people reach out to you because they're practically destitute and they see trading as a way out of that financial misery. And you have to sympathize with this individual. Well, at least I do. I sympathize. Yeah, so you imagine that someone who is sat in a godforsaken place on earth with a suppressed political system and corruption and not a hell of a lot of opportunity to advance yourself. And then they go on YouTube and they see people who has what they want and they have it in abundance. That can't be easy. At least I imagine that can't be easy to be faced with. So I can sit here in my ivory tower and preach what to do, but I don't know how much this person has to work just to make ends meet. And then there's the cultural, as you just heard me say. She's the oldest. She feels responsible for the family. I don't come from a culture like that. Fuck it, my family could barely drive me to the airport when I left Denmark. So, well, not barely, they didn't. It's not a sub story, it's just okay, but that's that constellation. So there wasn't a cultural expectation on my part to, look after the family. But you get that sense from this message. So in about 5 minutes time, we're going to have a school run. FTSE is already settling into a beautiful trading range. Great. probably don't need a stop loss all the way down here. I was just hoping that I would see I don't know, some attempt at the overnight highs. Mhm. Okay, so looking at the 30-minute chart, we got a school run long at 507. That's where we are right now, so I'm going to buy the DAX, betting on a breakout. I'm doubling up on my footsie. So this is what I wrote. It's a beautiful message and it's heartfelt. I'll say this to you. Follow your heart. Follow your bliss, but be smart about it. Trading is not a lottery ticket. It's a profession. It's a brutal one. I'm 27 years into trading and I have to work my butt off to make it look easy. So decide if this is for you, for the right reasons, for the love of the work, and not for what it might pay you. Money can be made in any endeavor when you have passion and attitude. And that's too, isn't it? You can be B for talent in this world, but A for attitude, and still make it. my account is currently at 30,250. I may have an adjustment there today. I am talking about one particular trade where I just couldn't get out. They've been very reasonable, without a doubt. My concern, of course, was if it's the new software that caused this. I did have a shitload of open positions. So what I would like to do is to take profit on my add-on. That was 5 points. And because I'm thinking sort of up in the, and then in the FTSE, let this run. But with a stop loss, I break even. And close my DAX. The reason why I want to finish a little early is because I have a doctor's appointment. A checkup. I thought that could be after the day I had yesterday, I thought that would be a nice. So let me just type that up. So that's a good earner. Okay, so well, that was lovely. A bit unexpected. I didn't know that the FTSE was gonna. Obviously, I didn't. I don't know anything. But that's lovely. So I'll run this, and I'll just keep this a really short session. I can just run through the trade again. So so bar number 1 is a negative bar. It's called the first bar negative. It's when the FTSE opens, and when the market trades below the low of our first bar negative, I have a statistical edge that says I should be a buyer there, and that's what I did. And then the market started pushing higher, and up here I thought this is probably going to take out the highs or test the highs, and well, it almost is, and that's why I've closed half, because the objective is reached in essence. And I would run the DAX under normal circumstances and just keep running it, but since I have such a good FTSE, I can let FTSE, if we are going to get a trend day, and just taking 10 points in the DAX, and that's fine by me. I didn't have the greatest of expectations for this short session, because I know I have to get ready. So thank you so much for being here. It was short and sweet, and I'll see you for the US session. Just to say, normally my sessions are not that short, but I do have an appointment in a little while, and I just thought this would be an opportune time to walk out of here with some money in the pocket, and that's has been achieved. So thanks a lot, and I will see you for the US Open later. Bye bye.